kindergarten, it's Mrs. Becerra coming at you again after we did our wrap for the doubles. Now today we're going to talk about the difference between 2D shapes and 3D shapes. Now 3D shapes we've talked about before, just to review, and then we'll do a little game that I've done in my class before. We have the, do you remember what this one's called? The cube. Then we have the, do you remember this one? Rectangular prism. Good job. How about this one? This one is the, do you remember the pyramid? Then we have the, this is the tricky one to say, sphere. Then we have the cylinder. And then the cone. Remember the ice cream cone? The cone. Those are what we call a 3D shape because they are shapes that we could stand up without them falling over. Some of those shapes we learned roll, but they are a 3D shape because they're not flat. Now 2D shapes, they just lay flat on the ground. So if you were to draw a picture of a triangle, maybe for me at free choice time, and then you cut it out, it wouldn't be able to stand up by itself. It's just a flat piece of paper. So I have some examples and I'm going to have Trinity help me and you sort them into these categories. So we have, here's a hexagon. Okay, but this is just the flat shape. If we were to cut this out, this is just the picture on the piece of paper, but it lays flat just on this picture. Then we have just a circle. Now, if we were talking about the 3D shape for a circle, we would call that the sphere. See the difference? So the sphere would be the 3D shape, but a circle would just be a 2D shape, a very flat shape you just draw on your paper. Okay, then we also have just a triangle, just a regular triangle that would lay flat when you draw it on your paper. Then just like a drawing of a rectangle, but the 3D shape for a rectangle would be the rectangular prism. Then we have just the square. And that would be just a 2D shape because the 3D shape would be the cube. Okay, now I'm going to have Trinity pick one of these. Okay, and hold that up for them to see. Now a cone, do you guys think that is a 3D shape that would stand up? Or is it going to be just a 2D shape, a flat shape? Did you say 3D shape? Good job. Go ahead and put that on that side. Okay, here's another one. How about just a square? Do you think that's a 2D shape or a 3D shape? Did you say 2D shape? You are correct. Okay, here's another one. Ooh, cylinder. Okay, I want you to think about like a real world example of a cylinder. Do you remember what we've talked about before at school? Like a can of green beans or corn, one of my favorite vegetables. That would be another 3D shape, wouldn't it? Okay, here's another one. How about just a rectangle? 3D shape or a 2D shape? What do you think? 2D shape? You got it. Okay, here's another one. Rectangular prism. Where do you think that one goes? 3D shape? Good job, because that would stand up. That's one of our pieces over here I showed you. Okay, next one. How about the hexagon? What do you think? 2D shape? Good job. How about a pyramid? Think about that one. Which one do you think? 3D shape. Good job. Okay, next one. Circle. Okay, now would a circle be a 3D shape or a 2D shape? What do you think? 2D shape. Because what would the 3D shape of a circle be? The sphere. Okay, we have just two more. A cube. Like an ice cube, that's a real good real world example. What do you think? 2D shape or 3D shape? Can it stand up? Yes, good job. So our 3D shape. And then last one, just our triangle. Can anyone think about a real world example that a triangle would be? Maybe like a slice of pizza? Shout it out if you have another one. Good examples. Good, our last 2D shape. Now, I'm going to have Trinity. She has all these 3D shapes in here. Let's just review them again, and then I'm going to close my eyes, and she's going to put one in my hand. And I'm going to see if I can tell you which one it is. But you need to tell me through the video, too, to see if you can beat me and say the answer before I say the answer. So let's review again. We have the, what is it? Sphere. Think about a real-world example, and maybe tell Mom and Dad what that would be. Maybe like a basketball that you would shoot. Okay, how about this one? cylinder, like a can of soup, rectangular prism. Now, we always sometimes have trouble with these two right here because they almost look the same, but do you remember the difference? One of them has that circle bottom and one of them has the square bottom. So which one of these would be the triangle? Can you point to it? Did you say this one is the triangle or the pyramid? Good job. And then how about this one? What's this shape again? The cone. Good. And what's this one? Cube. Good job. Okay, mix those up, Trinity. And I got my eyes closed. Put one in my hand. Let's see if I can get it. Is this the pyramid? Yes, I got it. Okay, mix them up. We'll do two more. Okay, let's see. Is it a sphere? Is that what you said too? All right, right on. Okay, one more, Trinity. See if you can trick your mom. This is Kara. Ooh, could this perhaps be the cone, like an ice cream cone or like a party hat? Yay, good job. Trinity, thank you. High five. Good job for being my helper. Okay, kindergarten, come this way and I'm going to show you what we're going to do on our paper for our work today. Okay, now on our paper, we have two that you can do for Mrs. Picara today. We're going to start with one, and then for a bonus, if you're able to do both of them, I would be so proud of you if you could get both of these done. So I'm going to start with this one first, and I'm going to write my name on this one at the top so I know who it belongs to. Nice and neat and slow in your best kindergarten writing. And then I'm going to come over here and write the date just to practice. So 3-20-2020. That's a lot of 2's and 0's today, isn't it? Now, just like we did on the board, this side, you'll see I cut all the shapes down at the bottom and all that extra paper. This side says 2D shapes, and this side says 3D shapes. Now I'm going to put one on this side to get you started and one on this side, and then I want you to show me what you know by doing the rest on your own and then showing mom and dad. So I'm going to take this shape right here. What shape is that? That's the circle. Now good job. Now a circle, does that lay flat on the ground like a 2D shape, or would I be able to bounce a circle as a 3D shape? What do you think? You're correct. That would be just a 2D shape because it lays flat. But now let's think about the 3D shape that would match that. What is my 3D shape that is the shape of a circle? The sphere. You are correct. So let's use a little bit of glue and put that on the 3D shape side. Now you can go ahead and finish up that page. And then if you look at the other one that you can do later after you finish that one, this is, I want you to write your name at the top, and this is kind of making a graph and you're practicing the shapes that you see. So I want you to go ahead and look to see at the bottom, look at, we have our cone, our cube, our sphere, rectangular prism, our cylinder, and our pyramid. So I want you to choose one color at a time. I'd start with my yellow. And I'm going to look for all of the cones first. So let me color the cone down here yellow. And then every time I see a cone up here, I'm going to color it in with the same color. And then like we've done in math centers before, you need to touch and count how many you colored all together. Do you see any others hiding in there? This one was kind of tricky because it was sideways. Any other ones? I see another one over here. Man, everyone is so excited just to get learning math. Okay, now let's count. How many did I color in? Did I miss any? Nope. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to color in 4. Use that nice kindergarten coloring. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can choose to use the same color on the next shape, or you can choose a different color. Either one would be okay, but just make sure you go nice and slow, and let's see if you can review these shapes and say the names of those shapes as you're coloring them in. Thank you, kindergarten.